Salisbury Center, we are ready for our next fight. Making his way to the cage and fighting out of the red corner, it's Zach Vincent.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to CageZilla 75. My name is Charles DeGisco, joining the booth alongside Liam Pinero. As always, this is bout number 2, and we have Zach Honest Abe Vincent. You love the name, you love the hat. 5'7", 146.5 pounds. He's 22 years old. He's fighting out of an independent gym in Carlisle, Pennsylvania. This is going to be his third fight. He's 1-1 and is the 57th ranked lightweight in Virginia. His entire MMA career, though, has been fought in the CageZilla cage, and there's something to be said about that with how significant that opportunity is. He did lose a suffered a first-round loss against Amari Simmons, who we'll see in our co-main event tonight in his debut, but then he came back, got a quick TKO himself in his last bout at CageZilla 71. Every fight he's had so far has not gone to the judges. There is a bit of bad blood here, though. It looks like that there was some social media, I don't know, Liam, what are we going to say, cyberbullying here between both guys, going back and forth. They were friendly at one point, but no love lost here.
We'll call some chatting in the comment section.
Yeah, chatting in the comment section. Very nice, very nice.
I've seen both of Honest Abe's fight. I can say one in the back, he looked like he's adopted far more Thai training. The kicks are looking strong. They're looking stiff. That baseball bat is swinging. I will say, though, looking back, I got two guys currently fighting at featherweight. Honest Abe.
And we're going to throw it down to Chris for the next call out.
And his opponent, making the cage out of the blue corner, it's Telvin Ruffin.
Telvin Ruffin, 5'7", 149.1 pounds. He's 30 years old, fighting out of Craig's MMA in Wilson, North Carolina. He's got a 1-1 record. He is a featherweight, the number 46 featherweight in Virginia. And this is going to be his third CageZilla walk himself. So every fight he's had has been in the CageZilla cage as well. And interestingly enough, he lost to Amari Simmons in his debut, which is very funny. And then he came back and he got another quick TKO finish in his return. So both fighters have that in common with one another, a common opponent and a common career trajectory as well. He's naturally a featherweight, but he stepped up a bit in weight to take this fight, I think, really for that aforementioned bad blood that we were just talking about.
I got to say, Ruffin should be taking confidence. He's the one who's the jiu-jitsu competitor coming off a win at the Good Fight Submission Only Worlds. I've competed at that. I think submission only is a great style if you're preparing for MMA because of the hunt for the finish. And if you have those submission skills against an opponent who's already been lost and shown a deficiency in submission defense, that should be an area you're looking to bring the game.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. And I think we're going to see that here, a tale of two matchups, as we throw it down to Chris Fuller for the official call.
Salisbury Center, this bout is scheduled for three-minute rounds in the CageZilla catch weight of 150 pounds. It is brought to you by our friends at Freedom Bail Bonds of Fairfax, Virginia. Everybody loves freedom. And Mahana Fresh, positively fresh and positively delicious. And now, starting out, fighting out of the red corner, standing 5'7" and weighing in at 146 pounds, he is an independent fighter with a record of 1 win and 1 defeat. It's Zach Vincent. And his opponent, fighting out of the blue corner, standing 5'7" and weighing in at 149 pounds, fighting out of Craig's MMA, making his way all the way up from North Carolina with a record of 1 win and 1 defeat. It's Telvin Ruffin. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, this bout is scheduled for three-minute rounds in the catch weight of 150 pounds. It is brought to you by Freedom Bail Bonds and Mahana Fresh, and your referee is Gabe Blodgett.
Gabe will be getting the fighters all situated, standing them up as we close the cage doors. We'll get this fight started in a moment. Zach Vincent looking very ready, bouncing, trying to keep his rhythm. Meanwhile, Ruffin very calm to stoke on the floor. And here we go. Vincent coming out hard with these early leg kicks, really trying to take away that leg. Box. Oh, good right hands, good boxing. He's just attacking. He's on that sub. I don't know how wise this guillotine is with all body lock already in place, but he does have the choke threat. Oh, that slam got him got that guillotine off. Ruffin's probably looking here to calm down. He got hit a lot. This is a good place to sort of settle and collect yourself, gather that breath, and then start building offense from. For everyone at home, it is incredibly hard to start using jiu-jitsu when your head is against a cage wall. When your neck is bent up, it's incredibly difficult to move the hips. Ruffin doing a good job of killing the submission threat just by keeping the guard up against a cage, but that arm is now getting isolated. Vincent, if he can turn off, he'll have a much easier time using these guards because he can now move the hips. He's trying to get a head and an arm inside the legs for a triangle choke, but Ruffin trying to keep that arm locked on that leg. Oh, we're standing up. Good. Oh, he's on a straight ankle lock, everybody.
Wow.
Oh, that straight ankle lock is busted a little bit. He's trying to regain his control. For those at home, Ruffin right now is on the right ankle of Vincent, trying to extend the ankle. But, oh, the lock is free. He does not have the ankle anymore. Now he's stuck on a bottom half guard.
Wow, what a scramble here.
Leg locks aren't something you're going to see very frequently in MMA, but I appreciate how Ruffin uses it. He uses it as a threat. I don't necessarily know about giving up top position like that, but that threat got him off the bottom. Oh, but now his back is getting taken. Right now Ruffin is doing the right things, and he's going to end up on top.
That's what I was about to say. It looks like he was going to spin into the mount. What a crazy start to this fight here.
I know. I'd love to see that leg lock again. Oh, he might be getting turned over with a front headlock. He could switch this to an armbar, though, if he's quick about it and get that leg on the shin on the back of the head. Now we're in a scarf hold pretty much at this point. Scarf hold.
I see where you were saying it looked like he was going to try to set up that armbar, but I don't even think he was thinking about it. He was just out of position there.
Yeah. Oh.
You know, there's something to be said about that headlock there, Liam.
It's definitely uncomfortable, but right now it's not something that's actually a choke threat.
Yeah. But it's not, like you said, it's just not a good, comfortable position and gets you a little bit out of sorts, doesn't it? It
definitely does. And right now, Ruffin, he can collect his breath here. It's not comfortable, and he's working to do things like getting out the back door right there.
Beautiful.
Okay, let's see how these guys are on the feet now after a long grappling exchange. Those arms are definitely heavy, but they're throwing heat.
Liam, I want to see what these guys look like at the third round. This is crazy. That pace is going to be hard to keep up.
The lighter weight classes have a gift to them of just frenetic pace.
For sure.
But it's hard. The hardest thing to do in MMA is switch between grappling and striking. These two are doing it well. I'm wondering how this cool down between rounds affects that adrenaline, because it's also both their third fight. They've had experience, but their experience is very. Oh, we're on a replay right now. Ruffin's main issue right here was not keeping control of the hip. You see how Vincent is able to just get his hip right on top and keep his leg tight to him. I'm not allowing the submission to extend. But I was saying, both these guys are finish artists. Right now, Ruffin will be entering the second round. Neither of them have actually really seen a third round. I'm excited to see how this pace holds up, or if they're just going to keep going at the pace and end it early. Yeah, that's what I was saying earlier. I don't know. 3 rounds, you don't really get in deep water. But in an amateur fight, if you're not used to fighting for 9 minutes, that's a long time. All you guys watching at home who don't have any MMA experience or have never been in a ring, you don't understand. A street fight, those are over in seconds. These guys are fighting for 9 minutes at a high pace, high level. So we'll see how it goes. I don't know if they can keep that pace up for 6 more minutes, Liam. Yeah, Vincent actually shaking out his arms. Oh, a head kick off the. Beautiful. I like how Ruff is just immediately getting on these body locks to kill the threat, but you can see Vincent got confident. He's actually trying to go for throws at the moment. This is great over-under little wrestling exchanges. Both of them are trying to battle just to see who can get their hip around the corner for a throw. Ooh, good knee. Beautiful. Ruffin going for going for his own guillotine attempt. Oh, good hip throw. Very nice. It looked like Zach had good pressure there, but he didn't know what to do with it, Liam. He had good attachment, but the hips were not in the right position, and Ruffin took advantage of it. The hips being out so far definitely, but a roll through. Vincent is very clever on the ground. He understands how to make these positions dominant for him. It's funny, this second round is playing almost like a mirror image of the first round, just flipping who's on top, who's on bottom.
And Zach's corner screaming for elbows right now. There we go, and he's listening. He was either listening to them or listening to me. He's fighting right in front of me right now.
Very slick, just taking the opportunity while the guard was open to pass over the leg. Now he's in the half guard, much more dominant position, doesn't have to worry about those legs coming up for submissions anymore. I'm liking this pressure. He moves to mount even now. I will say mount is a bit more dangerous a position in MMA than it is in jiu-jitsu. He even steps back into the half just because of explosion and turn. But if you have a good mount, it's a place where you can land a lot of damage. I'd like to see Vincent separate for strikes just like that elbow there. I'd say like 2-3 strikes control. 2-3 strikes control would be a very good winning strategy. Ruff can breathe at the moment, but he needs to start thinking about routes out of this danger.
And when Ruffin breaks his grip like he just did, that's the time to posture up, right, Liam?
Yes. Right now, Ruffin, whenever there's posture, Ruffin should be exploding, trying to turn the hips, even taking risks of giving the back, but these elbows are coming down hard.
That was right to the temple right there, Liam. That was a big shot, that first elbow that got through.
Ruffin is doing the smart thing to survive by holding Vincent onto him, but the only thing is he's also holding himself onto the ground. So right now, he is losing this round, but he's trying not to lose the fight at the same time. In these positions, everybody at home, Ruffin is looking to either trap one side of Vincent's body and roll him over to now get top position, or to somehow find his hips out from under to the outside and getting a leg trapped. But right now, Ruffin just settling for holding this upper body lock. Oh, he's going for the roll.
Gosh,
there,
wow.
He gets it.
Just overpowering right there. Beautiful job. And now it's Zach who's holding on for dear life.
Good round break. It is hard to score this fight at the moment. Both guys have had such great moments, and the grappling has been so back and forth. Vincent easily took that round just because of the damage on the floor. That first round, I honestly could have it going either way. What about you, Chris?
Yeah, I thought the first round definitely went to Ruffin, but that second round there, man, there was not as much back and forth with Zach being on top for quite a bit of the fight. But man, I do not envy the judges right now.
I'm liking the confidence from Vincent's corner. They're not even bringing a stool in. They're having their fighter calm. Looks like they're talking to him very calm, and I'm seeing him acknowledge these comments.
And we're getting what we wanted. We're going to the third round here. Let's see what these guys have left in the tank.
Yeah, and everyone at home, this is both of their first third round. We'll see how this new territory affects both. I'm liking what's happening in Ruffin's corner. They're encouraging. They obviously came out of a hard round, but they're telling their fighter, go in confidently.
What a seesaw battle we have here, man. I cannot wait for this third round.
So far, frustratingly, Vincent's corner have spilled some water. We're right now just waiting to start the third round as we clean up the little wet spot.
Yeah, it looked like Gabe Balajic was letting them know about that too. All right, here we go. Both fighters meet right there in the middle on the CageZilla logo, and here we go.
So far, Vincent has been a demon with these kicks. Oh, a spin kick, too.
Ruffin doing a good job of staying at distance, not taking any chances there with those high kicks.
Back to feeling each other out. Ruffin looking a little loose with his striking at the moment. I think the tightest he's looked has been in some of these smaller exchanges. When I see him throw tight, I really like it. These kicks can be a bit wild. Vincent, though, firing quick, sharp, and with power.
But he's swinging with these kicks, and Ruffin's just staying there.
Oh, great uppercut.
Not closing the distance after he dodges that kick. So
you're right. How much of these big flashy attacks that so far have mostly missed? Oh, we're back into a grappling exchange, though, on the fence line.
Looked like a little headbutt there. Both fighters met with their heads. Yeah, Ruffin got a headbutt there, Liam.
Yeah. You know, headbutts, the language of a headbutt sounds very intentional. We could call it also a clash of heads. Both fighters just trying to level change in. Don't think anyone was really trying to attack with their heads. More so it's just the wrestling exchange.
Balad just moving them to their neutral corners. So we see shots to the groin quite often in MMA, Liam. But with a headbutt, which we don't see as often, how long do the fighters get to recover from that? Is it still 5 minutes like it is for a groin shot?
Yes, all fouls in MMA generally are given a 5-minute timer for recovery to sort yourself out. The referee has his own power to take points. It does not have to be an intentional blow. It just needs to be able to affect the fight enough. To score a foul, you don't have to do it intentionally. It just needs to be something bad enough for the ref to say that it's deserving to be acknowledged on the scorecards.
Well, you can see right now, Ruffin's a tough kid, but he's looking glassy-eyed. He's a little dazed.
If I'm his corner, I'm telling him take all this time. There's no need to rush back in. So far, Ruffin was looking like not necessarily the more energized fighter. Vincent bouncing, trying to keep himself warm right now even. So I wouldn't say that you're really like losing the strategy of your opponent being tired. Right now, I'd say this is a good recovery time. But Ruffin is back in it.
Nice.
I'd like to see Ruffin keep his range and just let these kicks miss as he was and then coming back in with the boxing. Pushing him, getting the takedown without outside trip. Great job settling the side control. I'd like to see him secure some more control with the legs right now, though. Side control, just like Mount, is great position in jiu-jitsu, but in MMA, it allows a lot of big, powerful moments where people are willing to risk for the escape. Ooh, a great knee to the ribs, too. These are some of my favorite strikes to see in MMA. It's a very creative strike. Most attacks to a ground opponent with the legs are forbidden, but going to the body is A-okay. And this is just everyone at home. I know that not much is happening, but right now, Ruffin needs to secure winning minutes. It may be even going into this third round, and just control time could be the deciding factor for a bout that's been so back and forth.
You stole the thought right from me, Liam. I was going to say the same thing. If you're Ruffin, you've got to be comfortable just staying on top and winning this round right now, because in a seesaw battle like this, you know, winning this round from the top and not expending much energy or putting yourself in much risk could be the difference, right?
And he's still scoring damage. It's not control time without damage. It's control time where he's scoring these big knees to the left side of the body. I'd like to see him progress to a position where he's controlling more with his legs, but this ground and pound is good work. But you see right there, the hips were free, and the position got a little reversed.
That is what you did not want to happen if you're the Ruffin corner.
Oh, time. That's the end of the round right there. That's the end of the fight. Good luck to the judges. Personally, I'd be scoring this for Ruffin up 2, but it's a challenging bout, and the judges are going to be deciding. We're going to throw it down to Chris as he gets into the cage.
Yeah, I think you're right, Liam. I'm wondering how this one is going to go, but I got to give it to Ruffin. But, you know, we've been wrong before, right?
Absolutely, absolutely. You never know in MMA.
All right, we'll see.
Great bout between both fighters. Both fighters showing improvement from their other CageZilla bouts. I'd say Vincent just looking far more comfortable on his feet, throwing his kicks, being sharp, and Ruffin growing throughout the fight, understanding his distance and finding his moments to shoot in. I'd say both fighters could look at their jiu-jitsu positions and see how they could adjust it for more MMA application, thinking about settling in half guards and understanding the dangers of Mount, not just its benefits. Great fight altogether. Great learning experience for both. I'm happy they both got a full fight experience. Going to throw it to Chris as he collects the scorecards to announce the victory. Chris just now checking the tallies from the judges. Going to be a moment, we're just double checking all of our work, making sure all the tallies are in correct, and the judges communicate well with Chris. It was a very tight bout. For those at home, I can tell you right now, as having been in there, this is definitely a more nerve-wracking time. I've never been to a decision yet in my career, but having coached my fighters, it's a point when you're in a close bout like this, everyone is just replaying every scene in their head, trying to decide for themselves, but at the end of the day, the power is right now in the judges' hands. Chris has all the tallies, and I'll throw it down to him to announce the winner.
Salisbury Center, after 3 rounds of incredible action, we go to the judges' scorecards for a decision, but before we do, let's hear it for both these fighters putting on a great show. And now, ladies and gentlemen, Judge 1 has scored the bout 29-28, Ruffin. Judge 2 has scored the bout 29-28, Vincent. And Judge 3 has scored the bout 29-28 for your winner by split decision. Out of the blue corner, it's Telvin Ruffin.
Congrats to Telvin Ruffin taking it with that control time. We're going to get actually an in-cage interview with Skyler, who's going to talk to our winner. Right after he's done celebrating, taking his time, enjoying this moment, talking into that camera. Throwing down to Skyler now, who's going to get an in-cage interview with our winner, Telvin Ruffin.
All right, Telvin. Wow. I mean, the back and forth between you two, how did you recover from the headbutt?
Man, it was tough. I'm not going to sit here and lie to you. It rocked me. It rocked me. And, you know, I just kept thinking about my friends and family back home, man. They know I came out here for a reason, and I showed them why.
Now, did you train differently for this fight than any other fight? Because y'all went complete 3 rounds.
Yeah. I kind of did. It was actually kind of tough because, you know, my mom passed away in June in my last fight. So I just packed on a lot of weight, and it was tough getting it off. I went from 160 to drop to 149, and, yeah, it was tough. It was tough. You know, we trained. Shout out to my coach right here, Mr. Kevin Craig. And, yeah, I appreciate it, man. I'm tired. I'm tired. Back to the lab we go.
Well, congratulations again, and I think we can all say you made your mama proud. You're welcome. Back to you.
Like and subscribe to CageZilla.